All right. Happy Tuesday. Okay. So, broken above that area, the line that we had yesterday, it stalled out there, pulled back to it. It was that high. There's some things telling me that this could push down, but it's been trying to tell me that for a while and it keeps going up. Now, are we at a spot right here, right now, where I can take a trade? I mean, you're always at a spot where you can do whatever the heck you want. But let's just pull back a little bit. It's showing me some signs that it might push down a little bit further. I'm just kind of watching right here. A little bar. Let's see what the next bar does. I'm going to give this one a shot right here. Okay, perfect. Right below here. It's going to have to push through. What I like is the signals that were given to me by previous bars. I'm just kind of looking at what my possibilities are. This may give a deeper pullback before it pushes through. I'm just sitting down, so I may not have been patient enough. That does happen from time to time. What I really liked was the way this bar pulled back. It gave me a tiny bar right in here, and it's giving me another one. Heck, it may just bounce right off this high and push down. Let's see. Okay, so first trade of the day, sat down, popped right into it. Let's see if there were some things. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of things that could have held me off of it for a little bit. Do I still believe this is going up? I do. So we're just going to wait for a little bit deeper pullback. Put it in here. Oh, and let me turn these off so they don't block my vision. I'm going to wait a minute for the right thing to happen. Right now, in the beginning, it was giving me a little bit of an indication that it was going to pull up, and then it started pushing back down. So it just wasn't time yet. Heck, this may turn all the way around, but I doubt with what we've seen that this is going to just be the moment. It could be, though. Almost the exact same entry price, just pulled back a little bit more. These little bars gave me the indication back where it was, 9.3. I grabbed the wrong one just a moment ago. I'm gonna pull this one off because if this pulls up to there, we're gonna have a little bit of a free-for-all. I may be trying to force something to happen here, and I've done it a time or two. I'm watching what this is doing here, and this is showing signs of a pushback. And my stop is not in the best of places. Really like it to be one tick behind here, but if I am to move it one tick behind there, that negates the 5 tick risk. It changes things. Execution was a little off, but anticipations of direction was spot on. All right, I'm not sticking around too long today because I got a lot on my plate to accomplish. We do have some signs of a slowdown on the 610. What kind of news we got today? I don't think we have anything. Nope, nothing till tomorrow. Some beautiful looks at these pushes up. Patience is always key. And if you make a mistake or, things just don't work properly the first time, it doesn't say anything about you. Unless maybe you're not being patient. Just looking at a few things here. We really do have very low volume, which makes for a struggle a lot of times. It'll make things look very out of whack. Okay. So I have one more before I'm able to take one more loss before I'm done for the day. Okay, the deeper pullback happened. We're going to give this a final go. All right, give me the nice little pop-up here. So I just wasn't patient for it to pull back, and it was showing me signs that it would, and I know exactly how this goes because, you know, these are the things that we learn about ourselves that we do when we trade. I had a student tell me once that they've learned more about themselves through trading than any other experience in their lives. I can learn about myself when I'm being impatient or when I'm trying to jump the gun or just trying to make things happen. Maybe when I'm late, when I'm not paying full attention to things. It's very obvious to me whenever I pay attention to my trading, which is why one of my only rules is 2 losses, 3 losses, and I'm done, because then that tells me after 3 losses, I'm really not giving the market the attention that it deserves. All right, things back in tune, right where I like them. Dog snoring behind me. Okay, right back into this resistance area. It did show me signs of a slowdown here. This is it. Something we have to remember is the longer that something like this compacts and takes to work itself out, the bigger the push when it does finally break through. All right, here we go, here we go, here we go now. One down, second one almost down. So timing was just a little off for those first 2, and this is why I have a rule of 3. After the third one, it really tells me that something's off. Either I'm off or the market's off, and I'm struggling to find the right thing. I'm going to go ahead and take this second one out here and move these here right behind this little pivot. And now I feel comfortable enough to step away for a moment. Let my dogs out, who have been bugging me since I started this trade. Come on. Something we will also not do is take a loss on this at all if it pulls back. Start pull back just a little bit. We're going to give this just a moment. We've got our risk above break even. Got just a little bit of a pullback. What we'll do is once this takes off, we're going to move 2 ticks behind here. Actually, we'll probably go ahead and just do that now. Go ahead and take this one, about a tick away from it. Starting to show signs of a little bit of a slowdown, tiny bit. We're gonna go ahead and take that exit. I can pull back. It's starting to create a lot of space here, so it's got a lot of room to pull back. A little bit of a slowdown. So that's 3 trades, 4.5 points. I started off down, what was that? Oh, I only took 3 ticks off of the second one. So down 4 points and now up 4.5. I may stick around for about 10 more minutes. I've committed myself to only an hour of trading a day right now. I'm sorry, 4 trades, 4.5 points. Some days are better than others. All right. So I think I'm going to call it a day. Have any questions, y'all? Shoot them over to me. I'll be happy to help. I got to get my coffee in me. So 1, 2, 4 trades, 6 exits. All right. Well, it's 10 a.m. for me. If I'd have been sitting here since 8:30, it'd be an hour and a half of trading, but I sat down about 9:15. My first trade was at 9:13. I was just reading it wrong. 9:11. 9:11 and 42 seconds. 45 minutes later, bam, bam, we are done. We're going to call it a day. Got other things to work on. And that's how we do it, guys. So, if you got any questions, be sure and email me. You can email me at support@responsibledaytrading.com, motivated.trader.love@gmail.com. You can find me on Facebook. We do have a responsible day trading group. If you'd like to join, a lot of the students are starting to post their charts in there. So, let me know. I'd love to have you join us, and I look forward to catching y'all soon. Actually, what I'll do real quick is let me just bring this up. So we do have this responsible day trading group right here. You can see where Dale has started showing his trades in the mornings. And so has, where is he? Jason. Jason has been showing his trades that he's taken. Just looking at what he said here to him, and you can change these things up to however you'd like them to look. You're not stuck with any one way for these, but it's wonderful to see my students putting in what they've done and how things are going for them. This way you can see that it's not just me. There are some other people in here that are definitely feeling it, doing good with it, and I'm super proud of them. Dale, Jason, thank you for sharing your charts. Yeah, anybody else, if you want to share yours, you are more than welcome. I would love to have you um, share your charts in here. So, yes, we're gonna call this thing a day. Yes, I'm done for the day. Hope y'all have a fabulous Tuesday. I will catch y'all on the flip side. It's always a great idea whenever you're trading. It did give me this first one, when I got into it, there were definitely signals of a long. I was just a little late on it. Even if I'd grabbed it back here, it would have still stopped me out right at this point. I was getting it right as it was getting into a signal for pushback. The next one definitely was late in the move. We had a tiny little pullback right here, which I used on the 233 as justification to take the trade. When we have slow trending markets like today, the 233 will help you out to keep a lower risk on things. So I held on to this one, and it looks like a long time that I held on to this one, but it's really not too long. This is the 233 tick chart, so this is only a couple of bars on our higher tick frames, time charts, time frames, tick charts. um, and then it's okay, so we're not going to wait for these giant moves. We're not going to wait for this to take off. It gave us a little bit of the move here, which allowed me to have my risk right behind this area, which was where it needed to be. It wasn't an intermittent risk area, which we use and we can use to move up our risk and hold things in place for a little bit. So holding on just a little bit longer when it pulled back, heck yeah, let's go ahead and take this again. Gave us still an even more wonderful spot. Can't even speak today to put our risk. So then I let the first one take it, slow down at the second one out, slow down at the third one out, slowed down at the fourth one out. And then you can see it's given a pretty decent pullback. Had my risk still been behind this area, I'd have been taken out here with a lot less profit on the table.